Prepare to have your mind blown. The Beatles are back, and this time, it's personal. Anthology 4, billed as the ultimate form of their deep dives into outtakes, curiosities, and alternate versions of their iconic songs, promises a treasure trove for die-hard fans. Is this really the final word on the Beatles' story? Let's find out. Anthology 4 boasts 36 tracks, including revitalized mixes of Real Love, Free as a Bird, and the poignant Last Beatles track, Now and Then. These new mixes aim to elevate John Lennon's vocals, transforming them from spectral whispers into fuller, more present performances. But here's where it gets controversial. While the updated versions of these reunion tracks are fascinating, the real gold lies within the other 33 unearthed gems. Covering a period from the second take of I Saw Her Standing There on February 11, 1963, to the isolated and breathtakingly beautiful strings recorded for Something from Abbey Road on August 15, 1969, this album paints an alternative history of the band. And this is the part most people miss. Anthology 4 isn't just a collection of unheard tracks. It's a journey through the Beatles' evolution, a peek behind the curtain of their creative process. Now, before you get too excited, not everything is entirely new. Take 26 of Strawberry Fields Forever, for example, previously surfaced on the Super Deluxe 2017 edition of Sgt. Pepper. Some tracks have even been circulating on bootlegs for years. But don't let that deter you. Anthology 4 presents these recordings in a pristine, official context, offering a fresh perspective. While some legendary recordings remain elusive, most notably the avant-garde Carnival of Light and the mythical 27-minute jam version of Helter Skelter, Anthology 4 feels remarkably complete without scraping the bottom of the barrel. The album is available as an extensive 8-CD, 12-LP box set, bundled with anthologies 1 through 3, an updated edition of the anthology book, and a re-release of the Anthology TV documentary, featuring a new final episode. On Disney+, you can find a review of the new episode here. In the meantime, here's our selection of the best tracks unearthed from the vaults for Anthology 4. This Boy Takes 12 and 13, recorded EMI Studios, London, October 17, 1963. Originally, the B-side to I Want to Hold Your Hand. These tracks were crafted on the same day, using EMI Studios, now Abbey Road, newly installed 4-track desk. Interestingly, neither song made it onto their second UK album, with the Beatles. However, in the US, Capitol Records seized the opportunity and included them on Meet the Beatles. Written by Lennon as a tribute to Smokey Robinson, This Boy primarily served as a showcase for their signature 3-part harmonies with McCartney and Harrison. These takes begin with those harmonies locked in, but quickly unravel as they stumble over the switch between This Boy and That Boy. Descending into giggles after Take 13's accidental That Boy. It's a charming glimpse into their early studio sessions, revealing their human side amidst the burgeoning Beatlemania. Tell Me Why, Takes 4 and 5. Recorded, EMI Studios, London, February 27, 1964. Recorded in a whirlwind 8 takes just before filming A Hard Day's Night. Tell Me Why, featured in the film, has always possessed a raw, unbridled energy. As Take 4 begins, McCartney and Lennon are caught in a light-hearted debate about the harmonies. The take breaks down almost immediately due to vocal issues, but they launch into Take 5, a faster, more spirited version than the album track. Lennon's voice crackles with energy, and Starr's drumming is a masterclass in swing. His backbeat has seldom sounded so free, making this version a standout. I've Just Seen a Face Take 3. Recorded EMI Studios, London. 14th June 1965. The Beatles' country influences often go unnoticed, but I've Just Seen a Face, written about McCartney's then-girlfriend Jane Asher, is as close as they got to emulating the Everly Brothers. Like many tracks on Anthology 4, This version is more energetic than the final release. With Starr's train-like shuffle, Harrison's 12-string, and Lennon's strumming so hard he breaks a string, it's almost a campfire jam session. Recorded on the last day of the Help LP sessions, along with I'm Down and Yesterday, it didn't appear in the US until it was added to Rubber Soul. This freewheeling take captures the band at their most spontaneous and playful. In My Life Take 1, recorded EMI Studios, London, 18 October 1965, Lennon considered this his first major piece of work, and it's surprisingly complete on its first take. Stripped of the bright harmonies from the Rubber Soul version, though a faint McCartney harmony lingers in the background, Lennon's vocal becomes more wistful and tender. Missing too is George Martin's Baroque piano bridge, recorded at half speed and then sped up to resemble a harpsichord. For once, the song arguably benefits from the absence of Martin's contribution, allowing Lennon's raw emotion to shine through. Something, Take 39, instrumental, strings only, recorded, EMI Studios, London, 15th of August 1969. George Martin, a classically trained musician, often doesn't get enough credit for his orchestral arrangements. It all started with his suggestion to use strings on Yesterday, but few of his contributions were as beautiful as those for Harrison's Something. Even Lennon admitted it might be the best song on Abbey Road. Performed by a 21-piece ensemble, including 12 violins, it was so grand it required 2 of the 8 available studio tracks. McCartney called it the best song George has ever written, a sentiment that could apply to either Harrison or Martin. This isolated strings version highlights the sheer beauty and complexity of Martin's arrangement. Got to Get You Into My Life. Second version, unnumbered mix. EMI Studios, London, 6-11 April, 1966. Okay, this one's a bit complicated. The Beatles initially recorded an earlier arrangement of McCartney's song, rumored to be about weed, on April 7th, featuring organ, acoustic guitar, and drums. The next day, they completely revamped it into a stack-style stomper. This appears to be an early version of that, but its lack of numbering makes it hard to pinpoint its exact place in the development timeline. Instead of the Memphis horn-style stabs of the Revolver version, Harrison plays rudimentary guitar riffs with a fuzz pedal, guiding the later horns, much like Keith Richards originally did on I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Eventually, Take 8 was chosen as the bass track for overdubs. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band Super Deluxe Edition, You Might Not Know It, famously spliced with Take 7 to create the iconic 1967 single. Take 7 appeared on Anthology 3. Take 26 had to be slowed down to match the pitch of Take 7, miraculously aligning the tempos as well. The creation of Take 26 was a feat in itself, involving multiple earlier takes bounced onto single tracks, run backward, and then bounce down again. Before it descends into percussive chaos, Take 26 is surprisingly upbeat, sounding almost childlike instead of filtered through Lennon's psychedelic lens. All You Need Is Love, rehearsal for BBC broadcast, EMI Studios, London, 24th June 1967. Performing live to 350 million viewers across 5 continents is one hell of a way to promote a new single. Asked by the BBC to perform a new song for a groundbreaking worldwide satellite broadcast, the Beatles left little to chance. All You Need Is Love was meticulously rehearsed, with 3 desk tracks already prepared for playback. This final rehearsal includes Lennon's live vocal with the orchestra for the first time. There are nervous jokes before the music kicks in, but Lennon's voice is sweeter and warmer than the released version. It's a fascinating insight into the preparation behind this historic performance. Hey Bulldog, Take 4 instrumental. EMI Studios, London. 11th February 1968. Veering between your blues and your comedy, Lennon quips, as this early take breaks down after just 3 minutes. Intended for the Yellow Submarine soundtrack, it took just 10 takes plus overdubs in 10 hours to nail Hey Bulldog, while a camera crew filmed the band working on a promo for Lady Madonna. Although Take 4 ends with Lennon's dismissive comment, it's unclear who it's directed at. Even so, This instrumental version sounds remarkably similar to the final product, showcasing the Beatles' increasing perfectionism in the studio. Helter Skelter, second version, take 17, EMI Studios, London, the September 1968. Keep that one. Mark it fab, says an exhausted McCartney at the end of this take for their most infamous track. Originally arranged in E minor and played slower, Starr recalls the band recording the restyled song in total madness and hysterics after changing the key to E major and upping the tempo. Despite Manson's twisted interpretations, the lyrics were largely nonsense, McCartney simply trying to out the Who's Pete Townsend in terms of volume. While more thrashing, this version is close to the one on the White Album. So, what do you think? Does Anthology 4 truly represent the ultimate form of the Beatles' archival releases? Are there any tracks you feel were overlooked? And how do you feel about the updated mixes of the reunion tracks? Let's discuss in the comments below.